All right, guys, what is up? Wesley here. And today, if you can look behind me and probably guess, I am in Washington, D.C. And I, of course, have the Fuji X-E5 with me because that is what I shoot with when I am traveling for the most part. I am headed to do some shooting here in DC. The sun is fading fast. I think we only have about 40 minutes until the sunset. We're gonna take the X-E5 through its paces at night and see how it holds up. All right, guys, that is my first time inside of Union Station. It's pretty cool. It's no Grand Central in Manhattan, but it's pretty cool. I'm kind of just waiting for the sun to set, so I might as well just do straight night photography. There's really not going to be any opportunity for me to capture any light with it fading as fast as it is like that. Or tip I wanted to talk to you about is don't be afraid to take a side street. When you're out here on the streets, yeah, it's easy to go down the main drag, but you can get some interesting compositions when you get off of the main street and go down some of these quirky, smaller streets. Be careful, of course. You never know what's out and about. I'm quickly realizing that this camera was not made to use with gloves because I keep pressing in the front or back wheel when I go to spin it, and it keeps selecting aperture or ISO when I'm trying to stay in exposure compensation. So now, luckily, it has the top dials. The top dials are easier to use with gloves, so I'm going to be able to do that with this camera. So, something you can't say about all cameras, but not a lot of cameras have the push-in wheels. The push-in wheels are certainly not good with gloves. There's also like 0 people out here right now. Maybe because it's cold, maybe because the national championship's on in a few, but there's nobody hardly out here. You got a camera, it's got a screen on it that articulates. Move it down, move it up, shoot at waist level, shoot high, shoot low. Changing your angle will go a long way into giving you just a different perspective. Some people don't like to do that. I don't get it. You know, this is art. You're trying to make art with this. The one thing I don't do is I don't do the AI crap. I don't add a bunch of stuff. I even got rid of Photoshop because I can do everything I need to do in Lightroom. So doesn't mean you still shouldn't experiment with angles. Get a good angle, take the shot. You never know. I'm gonna try one right now with this Capital. Go low, face up. We'll see what happens. That could be blurry. Just an example. It just changes the perspective. I figured out how to use this with gloves. Full manual. I got the aperture ring set to a setting. I got the shutter set to a setting, and then I can only control ISO with the wheel. That seems to be the fix for me with gloves, and it seems to be working. I wish I had a soft shutter button on here, I'll be honest with you, but it fell off my last trip in Singapore and haven't replaced it. It would have helped with these gloves to be able to snap the shot. And I have done it before. I've gotten a shot with the Washington Monument, the reflection pond at sunset, and I really have always wanted to come back and take the shot at night so I can get the full reflection. Now I shot that last composition with an A7R2, 42 megapixel in like 2019. Let's see if this 40 megapixel APS-C can even hold a candle to it. All right, back to it. As a helmet's looking in, oh my God. All right, I'm still walking, but I did want to talk about another thing, another tip, if you will, and that's observe. What I mean by that is when you get to a place where it's crowded and there's a lot of people, stop, look around, look at your environment, see what's going on, tune in to the conversations and the flow of the people, and that'll help you compose a shot that's gonna be worthy. Oh, what's going on over here? All right, I made it to the monument, which is right behind me. If you'll see there. Oh, there it is. I made it to the monument, but where I want to go is all the way over there where Lincoln's Memorial is, because that's where you can see it in the reflection pond. So I'm trying to go all the way over there. That's still a hike. I need to find one of those lime wire bike things like they got over there. Yeah. All right, guys, I know you can barely see me, but enjoy the Washington Monument behind me instead. One thing I also wanted to talk about, another tip, if you will, that applies anywhere you go. Don't forget to slow your shutter down. Don't forget when you're out on the streets with your camera to take some of those slow motion shots. It really can change the story. It can really, oh, they got the light on me. Shine the light on me. It can really help create, emotion and action in your story. People running, people on their way to work, cars passing by, things like that. Get a little bit of motion blur, and that kind of helps tell the story. This is a perfect time to do it because it just helps keep your ISO lower at least. I'm shooting in like 12,000s right now. All right, guys, I'm almost here. It took like 45 minutes, by the way. Just get in one of those line things in Hallbutt over here. It is a long, it's like in Vegas. Oh, we're gonna walk to the next casino. Guess what? That's an hour walk. See if I can get this shot. You can already see the reflection. That's the shot I'm going for. Let me get this shot and we'll get back at it. All right, it appears you can get to good old Lincoln. So let's climb this bad boy, because there were so many people here last time, I couldn't even get a photo of the guy. And as you can see, there's like 25, 30 people here. That ain't bad at all. There's hardly anybody here because it makes it so much easier to get the shot that I wanted. Finally glad I got that. Let's just hope it's not too noisy. Right now, I have never gotten this close to him with look. Not a single soul behind me. There's a few people here, but it is not bad at all. Like, that is pretty awesome. What's up, homie?